Happy Wednesday, everybody. This is Pastor David, and I'm coming to you from my office here at the Community Church of Mount Pleasant. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a beautiful day. I don't know if it's raining. I don't know if it's hot, cold, cloudy. Whatever it is happening at your place, I hope you're having a good day because of God's presence in your life. We've been talking Sunday. I hope you got to be here Sunday or watch Sunday online. I've been really wrestling with this because Sunday was a unique day at our church. It was a special day. We had the worship was, I don't know the word. I don't know how to explain. It was thicker or heavier. It was emotional, but it wasn't just emotional. I know that Janet and Jeff in our praise team talked about their stories of cancer, and their lives were in jeopardy, and it was emotional for us, for our people, and worship was really real, authentic Sunday at our church. And I've been trying to, what does worship look like? I've been asking myself that question. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? And I don't think it's just emotions. I don't think it's just lifting your hands. I think it is maybe a real awareness of God's presence. Because when you come into a situation where there's an awareness of God's presence, it's almost an out of body experience. It seems that you get in that place of His presence and nothing else around you you're not aware of, and it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. All the things that bother us, we worry about, don't matter when you're in His presence and you're aware of that. So Sunday was special. I'm still trying to grapple with how it was and what it was, and we just invite God's presence. But Sunday was a great day. It was a great weekend. A couple things coming up. I have my bulletin here. This weekend is Place. I love Place. I love Place. In fact, I love it so much I go to all of them. I've been to them all before, but I go anyway. And it's Friday night, Saturday. We have a capacity group so far, and then Monday night is Some Men. And if you've never experienced Some Men, Monday the 14th, we'll gather here and we'll eat. And we'll spend time together sharing and praying and crying and laughing. And if you're a man, I invite you to come to Some Men Monday night. Next Wednesday is hot dogs here, so put that on your calendar. And then we had a wonderful marriage seminar Sunday night at the Rice Farm, which is a beautiful, wonderful place. We had 17 couples, and I invite you the 20th. We're having another one. And just a lot of amazing things going on in our church, so many. So I'm thankful. I want to read you a passage. We've been studying the book of Judges. Judges is in many ways about leadership. It's about individuals who led God's people, the nation of Israel. God uses men and women to lead His people. That's God's plan. And so we learned about Othniel, who was the first judge, and we learned about Ehud, who was the left-handed judge, and we learned about Shamgar, who was the ox goad, and he killed 600 warriors, and we learned about Deborah, the godly prophetess. And Sunday we met Gideon. Gideon was in some ways the reluctant warrior because he got God's plan, and sometimes God, could you give me a sign, a signal? Could you give me could you just reassure me? And he would, and there's nothing wrong. In fact, I feel like that's me sometimes. I feel like, God, I know what you've called us to do, but I'm scared. I'm a little bit reluctant. This week we learn about Gideon, Judges chapter 7. Read Judges chapter 7. It's Gideon and the battle at Midian. And it's a fascinating story, and I don't want to tell you too much. I want you to read chapter 7. I want you to be at church Sunday. So anyway, today, leadership. I felt like we want to talk about leadership, and I want to go to the ultimate leader, who is Jesus Christ. And I want to go to John chapter 13, and I want to read you this passage about Jesus. And it says in John chapter 13, "You call me Master and Lord," and he's having a conversation with his disciples. And he says, "You call me Master and Lord, and you say that well, because I am. I am not just your friend. I'm not just your teammate. I'm God. I'm your master. I'm your teacher. I'm your rabbi. All of those things are true. So when you call me Lord, Lord, Rabbi, Master, Teacher, it's true. If I then, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, which is a job that's usually designated to the servants. It's a lowly job. Yet, here's Jesus. You call me Lord, and I'm God. But if I wash your feet, then you ought also to wash one another's feet. Now, you know what? That's not about washing feet. That is the illustration that Jesus used to teach us this principle. If I'm God, and He is, and I take on a position of a servant, and He did, and washed their feet, then He said, you should serve each other. If I'm God and I serve you as humans, then you should follow my example and serve others. My friends, that is leadership. That's the ultimate leadership. Verse 15, for I've given you an example. I've set an example for you, that you should do as I have done to you. Verily, verily, truly, truly, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord, neither he that is great is sent greater than he that sent him. If you know these things, happy are you if you do them. Now, I want you to know that there's a lot of people that know about leadership. There's a lot of books. I got a bunch of books about leadership. I've learned about, I've read about, I've heard people speak about leadership. But if you know it but don't do it, you're not a leader. Many know how to lead, but few actually do it. And you know why? Because they don't really take on the designated position of a servant. That's what Jesus said leadership is all about. So we see the example. Jesus washed their feet. The essence of a leader is do as I do. Don't do as I say. Jesus didn't say, y'all go wash each other's feet, and He never did it. He said, watch me and do what I do. That is the way you tell if someone is a leader. And then there's two parts to this. Number one is to know this. Number two is to actually do it. Let me ask you a question as I finish today. Are you a leader? And I guess the real question is, are you a servant? Because I believe Jesus taught, if you don't serve others, then you're not a leader. Because that's what leadership is. Everyone is called to lead. You know what that means? Everyone is called to serve. So, the ultimate leader, Jesus Christ, said, watch me and do as I do. What a challenge for me. What a challenge for you. I really want you to come and learn about Gideon Sunday. If you can't, you watch it online. Read Judges chapter 7. I want you to know that we love you here at CCMP. We'd love to see you, and we're praying for you. Thanks for visiting with us today. God bless you.